Welcome to yet another edition of the Stats and Stacks podcast, where today we're going over NFL Week 13. First things first, make sure you give this video a like, a subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe over on YouTube, over on Twitter, over on Instagram, over on TikTok, wherever there is social media. There's a Stats and Stacks podcast. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of the season. Only there's 18 weeks now, so another 5 weeks left of the season. All in all, we got the Buffalo Bills crushing things, finally starting to get a little healthy, but then we get hurt other places. But we're not here to talk about the Bills. We're here to talk about bets, and we're here to talk about fantasy. But the reason I bring them up and have the hat on is because the very first game of the week, Thursday night football, we have those damn Buffalo Bills as -4 favorites going up against the New England Patriots, their nemesis. It's weird, man. I'm panicking over this game. There's something going on that I don't know about because at the start of the week, it was -5.5. Why is the line moving? Oh my God, it's -3.5 now? Oh my God. Why is it 3.5? What is happening? I know Deion Dawkins is out now. I know that Von Miller's going to be out, but we're getting Tremaine Edmonds back. We're getting AJ Espinoza back. I mean, I think we're fine. Yes, we lost Benford, but we got Trey White back, not fully, but to an extent. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. This line's starting to scare me. It's starting to freak me out, but I am going to still take the Bills to cover. No bias aside, just I don't understand why the line is moving for the Patriots. In regards to the over-under at 43.5, give me the over too. If you want to say the Bills are in trouble because of their defense, their offense is still going to score. I know it's looked rough with Josh's elbow injury, but whatever. They looked bad last week. They did not look good against the Lions. They still put up 28-1. So even when we look bad, we're still getting wins. So give me the Bills to cover. Give me the over. In regards to fantasy, it's the same old story. You're going to start Stephon Diggs. You're going to start Josh Allen no matter what. Dawson Knox. I've been a little bit of a Dawson Knox whisperer. This might be a Dawson game. I think he'll be fine this week. You can start him. In regards to Gabe Davis and Devin Singletary, the two that are scary on the Bills' offense to start. I don't know, man. Bill always takes away your best weapon. Our best weapons are quarterback. I guess the next one would be Diggs. So you'd think Gabe Davis would be able to go off. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. And Devin Singletary, Patriots, you're very good against the run. I'm not starting Devin. So Gabe is 50-50. The other pass catchers you can start. I think it's going to be a big Dawson Knox game, actually. Patriot side, Ramondre Stevenson's going to eat. He's going to go absolutely apeshit this game. In regards to their receivers, I'm not starting any, even though the Bills are banged up in their secondary. I'm still not starting them. Mac Jones, I'm not starting. Damian Harris out. I think it's all Ramondre all day, and that's all I'm starting here. We're still the number 3 team against the tight end, so don't start Hunter Henry. Literally just Ramondre or die for the Patriots. Next game, we are looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers, fresh off a dub for me last week, going up against the Atlanta Falcons. We have Pittsburgh as the on the road favorites. What is going on with the lines this week? Again, I do not look at the lines. I do not look at anything until I come in here. Usually, I did look at the Bills line. I always look at that. But yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers -1 favorites, huh? Over under set at 42. I will take the under. And I'll take the Falcons. I think the Falcons suck, but I think the Steelers are pretty bad too. Give me the Steelers. Give me the Falcons to pull off the upset apparently here. In regards to fantasy, you can start Pickens if you want. Start Pat Freiermuth. He's been killing it with Kenny Pickett. If you want to start, Najee's not going to play. Jaylen Warren's going to be back. Just keep an eye on it. If Jalen ends up not playing, Benny Snell is a smash. Otherwise, I don't want to touch any of the running backs. Deontay, for where you drafted him, you have to start him. It kind of sucks. He's just going to give you 5 points every week, basically. But it is what it is. Pickens, you can start him, I guess. Pickett should be fine this game. I think it's a big Pat Freiermuth game. In regards to the Falcons, you can start the GOAT and Cordell. You can run on Pittsburgh a little bit. Cordell Patterson should have a fine game. I'm not really trusting any of the receivers. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm just going to start Cordell Patterson and call it a day. Next game, we are looking at the Green Bay Packers against the Chicago Bears. Packers -4.5. This is a weird game. I don't know. I like the Bears to cover if Justin Fields is playing. If Justin Fields is not playing, I like the Packers to cover. So I don't trust Trevor Siemian at the end of the day. Over under set at 43.5. I'll take the under. I think both these offenses are struggling a little bit with what may happen. I think you're going to have a hurt Rodgers going up against a backup Trevor Siemian. And in that case, give me the under. In that case, you unfortunately have to start Christian Watson. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he keeps scoring and you play him until he doesn't score again. So you start Christian Watson. I think Alan Lazard's gonna have a good game here. I think it should be a Lazard game, but Watson only needs one catch to go crazy. So start both the receivers. I'll probably sit Cobb this one out. Tunyon, I'm not even looking in his direction. AJ Dillon, don't get crazy. I think it's an Aaron Jones week, and then if you have AJ, you can, because if the Packers are up, uh, you can start both running backs. I love Jones. I love Lazard, but watch it be a Watson and Dillon game. That's just how it rolls. Next game is the over. I don't care what the number is. Jaguars going up against the Lions. Jaguars favorites on the road. Give me the home team to protect home turf. Give me the Lions. In regards to over under, it's at 51.5. I don't care if it was 60. I'm taking the over. Give me the over. Fantasy perspective, fun stuff. Give me Trevor Lawrence, the number one pick. Give me Trevor Lawrence. Give me Zay Jones to repeat. Give me Travis Etienne to go crazy off the leg injury. I think they're all going to go crazy. You can start fucking Evan Ingram if you want. It doesn't matter. Detroit Lion defense is that bad. You start everybody. Who else is there? You can start Christian Kirk. If you want to start Marvin Jones, don't do Marvin. But yeah, Christian Kirk, start him too. Like fire. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to go absolutely nuclear this game. And the flip side, Jared Goff, you start them all. You start Jamal Williams because he cannot stop scoring. You start DeAndre Swift because he's starting to get a little more acclimated back to full health. You're going to start Amon-Ra St. Brown because he's unstoppable. And yeah, that's about it. I'm not going to play around with their tight ends at all. And Jared Goff, if you want to stream him, you can. Start everything. The over hits. It'll be a fun game. And honestly, so is the next one. The New York Football Jets going up against the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are 3-point favorites. Okay. Over under set at 44.5. Over is probably, you know what? I'll take the under here. I'd like to take the under. I think if you have Justin Jefferson, obviously you're going to start him. I wouldn't stream Kirk. I think this is a big Dalvin Cook game. I think Dalvin Cook loses his mind. I think you should core Dalvin Cook. I think he goes crazy this game. Jets have a good defense. They're tough to pass on. You can run on them a little bit. So I think Dalvin goes nuts. In regards, and of course, JJ, you're going to start. TJ Hawkinson, if you have him, you're going to start. I think it's a Dalvin and TJ game. I think JJ is going to struggle a little here. For the Jets, offense, yeesh. I don't know what's going on with their backfield. Obviously, Breece Hall's done for the season. Michael Carter's not going to play this week. Donovan Knight or whatever his name is. I don't really want to play around with that at all. The Vikings run defense isn't bad. You pass on the Vikings. So I don't want to start a third string running back. Garrett Wilson should have a good game. It's going to be Mike White. Do you want to do the Elijah Moore approach? No. Just start Garrett Wilson and call it a day. Garrett Wilson should honestly repeat what he did last week. Garrett Wilson's going to go crazy. All right, next game, we have those damn Washington Commanders going up against the Giants. Commanders, 2.5-point favorites. Fuck that. Give me the Giants. In regards to the over-under, 40.5, give me the under. I think this is going to be an in-division defensive battle, and I think the Giants are overrated. I think the Giants suck, but I think they're a one-man team. But the Commanders are also overrated, and they're on the road as almost 3-point favorites. What is going on here? Give me the Giants all day. In regards to fantasy, Saquon. Give me Danny Dimes. Do I trust any of their receivers? No. I think Saquon and Danny Dimes are both going to rush for over 100. They're going to go nuts. Give me the two running backs on the Giants and no receivers. I mean, if you want to start Slayton, you can. I think I have a league where I have to start Darius Slayton, but that's about it. On the Commanders side, I think they're going to be down, which hurts their run game. I don't think you can start Robinson. I think you stay away from Brian Robinson this week. I think you start Terry McLaurin with Taylor Heineke. That's it. I don't want to start anyone else. Jahan Dotson may be a sneaky start, honestly. Probably just those two and call it a day. I'm not trusting anyone else there. Dynasty is not bad. All right. Then the next game, we have the Tennessee Titans going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is the one, boys. This is the one I think the Titans are going to win the game outright. Give me the Titans here. Yeah, 5, way too much. The Titans will at least cover. Give me the Titans. King Henry, go crazy. Over under set at 44.5. Give me the under. I don't think it's going to be an offensive game. Don't get me wrong. The Eagles pass defense, like pass offense, fantasy wise, AJ Brown should eat. Jalen Hurts should probably go crazy. Devontae Smith should probably go crazy. But I just have a feeling the Titans slow the game down the exact way you slow down the game with like the Chiefs, and the Titans keep beating the Chiefs, slowing the game down. They can do it with the Eagles here, and their pass offense. But I weirdly enough, I'm still going to start Smith and AJ Brown. You can start Miles Sanders, and that's probably about it. From the Titans, you start King Henry, and that's it. I will never play around with their wide receivers. Treylon Burke, this isn't the game for him. Especially he's going to see a lot of Darius Slay. No, thank you. Robert Woods washed after the leg injury. Maybe he'll be back. I have a theory about knee injuries and coming back the second year. So this is Robert Woods' first year after the ACL. I think he's going to be bad. He is bad. And then watch him go crazy next year. So next year, Robert Woods, cool. This year, Robert Woods, fuck no. And that is it. Just King Henry on the Titans. Next game, we have the exciting Denver Broncos going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Over under set at 38.5. Ravens, 8.5-point favorites. I think that's too many points. I think the Ravens win at home, but I think the Broncos cover the 8.5. Over under set at 38.5. I don't know, man. Denver can't score. Give me the under. I'm calling a lot of unders here, unfortunately. Fantasy wise, you can start Cortland Sutton. That's it. That's all I'm starting for the Broncos. I don't want to start anyone else. For the Ravens, obviously you're going to start Lamar. Their run game, I don't really want to play around with. Demarcus Robinson, not really with Pat Surtain back there. I don't want to start anyone. I think the under hits here. It's going to be under. It's going to be gross. And I think the Ravens get the job done, but they don't cover the 8.5. They won't be able to score enough, even though the Broncos can't score at all. Next game isn't going to be an absolute murder. Browns at Texans. Give me the Browns, whatever the line is, 7. Cool. Give me the Browns. Over under set at 46.5. Give me the over. I've taken a lot of unders. Give me the over here. Fantasy perspective, Nick Chubb's going to go crazy. You have probably the best running back in the NFL going up against the worst run defense. He's going to absolutely lose his mind. Everyone's going to be focused on Deshaun Watson coming back after a few years. He's going to be so mad playing his former team, and it's going to be a Nick Chubb game. That's exactly what's going to happen. Chubb is going to start Chubb everywhere. DFS, in your season long, whatever, wherever you can get Chubb, get your hands on Chubb. For the love of God, start Nick Chubb. He's going to go absolutely. He will be in every single one of my DFS lineups. He's going to go nuts. I don't want to start the receivers. I think it's just going to be all Chubb, honestly, to be 100% honest with you. Texans, I don't want to start any of them. Browns can't stop the run either. So I guess you can, even though Dameon Pierce has been struggling, you can start him here. But that's probably it. I'm not starting any receivers there, really. The Texans look worse with Kyle Allen when I didn't think they could look anywhere. So literally just Chubb, just Pierce, call it a day. Browns by a billion. All right, next game. We are in the afternoon space. We have Seattle Seahawks going up against the fucking depleted LA Rams with what's left of them. Seattle, 7-point favorites on the road. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, give me Seattle covered. God. Over under at 41. I'll take the under again, I guess. I think the Seahawks win like 30-3 or something crazy like that, but the under hits. Fantasy perspective, nothing from the Rams. Nothing. Literally nothing. No Kyron Williams, no Cam Akers, nothing. I don't want anything. For the Seahawks, I want it all. No Aaron Donald starting. Give me Tyler Lockett. Give me DK Metcalf. I don't think Jalen Ramsey's going to shadow They have two alphas, so you might as well just pick a side and they'll take turns. So give me both of them. Gino's going to lose his mind. Kenneth Walker is going to be fine. Give me all the Seahawks you physically can. Next game, Dolphins. We're going to do the same thing fantasy wise in regards to an actual score here. Dolphins are 4-point underdogs. I need the Dolphins to lose. I think the 49ers can do it. I don't think they're going to this week. The Dolphins, I'm going to take to cover the 4. Are they going to win the game? I don't know. It's close, but I don't think the 4 is covered. CMC does not look fully healthy. Eli Mitchell is out. Debo should go crazy. Kittle should go crazy. I hope the 49ers win. I think they can win, but I think 4 is one too many. Give me the Dolphins cover. Over under 46.5. I'll take the over. It's a Miami game. In fantasy, you're going to start Tua, you're going to start Hill, you're going to start Waddle. Is Mostert going to play? If he doesn't, you can start Jeff Wilson. If he does, I don't want a split backfield there. I don't want either. Mike Gesicki, can you start him? I think he's due for a touchdown. If you have him, you can, but it's not a must start. It's mostly just the 2 receivers and Tua. 49ers, obviously, you're going to start CMC and Debo. You're going to start Kittle. He's starting to heat up. Do you want to stream Jimmy G? You can, because the Dolphins are a pass level. You can pass all over the Dolphins. So I think Jimmy G's a good stream this week. All right. Next game is probably game of the week. We have the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are 2-point underdogs. Over under set at 52.5. Give me the over. I'll definitely take the over. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think the Bengals are just a bad matchup for the Chiefs. The Chiefs struggle when you can get into a shootout with them and you can outgun them. They lost to the Bills. The Bills can outgun them. They were close with the Chargers. The Chargers can outgun them. And the Chargers beat them last year. The Bengals beat them last year. They can outgun them. Jamar Chase is coming back. Give me the Bengals to cover. Give me the Bengals to win outright, honestly. Moneyline Bengals at home. Underdogs, absolutely. Over, absolutely. And you know what? No, I'll take the under. I think it's going to end up being like 25-20 or something, and that's only 45. So I'll actually take the under in this matchup. Fantasy-wise, you're going to start Juju. You're going to start Mahomes. You're going to start Kelsey. I'm not trusting MVS. I think MVS was just having an all right game because Juju is out. Kadarius Toney will never play the game of football. I don't trust Sky Moore right now. I don't know why he likes Justin Watson so much, Mahomes, but I'm not starting a backup tight end. So literally Kelsey, I'll start Juju, and obviously Mahomes. Bengals side, start T. Higgins. I think this is a big T. Higgins game. Jamar killed them last year, so I think they're going to be focused on Jamar, and it's going to be a T. Higgins game or a Boyd game. It's going to be one of the two. Give me Higgins. He's been on fire. You can start Joe Burrow. Joe Mixon should be back. You're going to start Joe Mixon and call it a day. Next game is another fun one. Give me the over, whatever it is. 50.5, fine. Give me the over. Chargers versus Raiders. Raiders, 1.5 point home dogs. Give me the Chargers here. I'll take the Chargers to win. 1.5 isn't too crazy. Give me the Chargers in a close game. And I think that they cover. I think the over hits. Fantasy perspective, start Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen's back, baby. You can start him. And you can start Josh Palmer. You can start Keenan Allen and Mike Williams when they're both in. Josh Palmer is good, man. You can start Josh Palmer and Keenan Allen, same thing, and obviously Herbert. Austin Eckler's on a tear. You fire up Austin Eckler, he's going to go crazy this game. On the flip side, Josh Jacobs is weird. I'm actually going to sit Josh Jacobs because he's hurt. He's very hurt. Chargers are a run funnel. Josh Jacobs got 33 touches last year. Last week. That's too many for someone that went into the week hurt. I don't know if he makes it this whole game trying to do that again. I'm actually not going to play Josh Jacobs in probably one of the best matchups of the year. I think it's a trap. I think that Devontae Adams goes crazy, though. Start Devontae Adams. Foster Moreau is going to do Foster Moreau things and give you like 40 yards and a touchdown every other week. So it's really just going to be the Adams show. I think Adams goes nuke this game. Jacobs should go off. I just think it was too much work last week. He's going to come off his high horse a little. So yeah, just Adams. And then that takes us to the Sunday night game. We have an ass whooping. We have the Colts going up against the Cowboys. The Colts have given up on the season with Jeff Saturday, especially Dallas 11-point favorites. Dallas is going to cover. Over under set at 43.5. I like the over here. Fantasy perspective, Jonathan Taylor is going to go nuts. That's all they got. Michael Pittman should be okay. Paris Campbell, I don't know. Not really trusting Matt Ryan. The tight ends. You know what? No, Cowboys won't cover. I think the Colts cover. Take it back. Colts cover. I think they're going to abuse them with the tight ends. Do I want to start either of them though? No, because you don't know if it's who it's going to be. They have three tight ends they use, and they all go off separately different games. I don't want to try to decide which one it is, so I'm just going to stay away from it. So I'm just going to start Michael Pittman because you have to based on where you drafted him. But I don't feel good about it. I do feel just fine about Jonathan Taylor. Cowboy side, Tony Pollard for sure. Zeke for sure. They can't stop scoring. CD Lamb for sure. That's it. That's where I draw the line. I think that's about it there. And obviously, if you have Dak, you can start Dak. All right. And then the last game of the week, we have the New Orleans Saints going up against Tampa Bay struggling Buccaneers. Over under 40 and a half. Take the under here. Tampa Bay minus 3.5 at home. Yeah, I like Tampa to cover. In regards to fantasy, I need to know if Marshawn Lattimore is playing or not. He's 50-50 on playing. If he's playing, I'm sitting Mike Evans. Period. I'm sick of seeing it. Lattimore owns Evans, and I can't do it anymore. If Lattimore's not playing, I'm fire up Evans everywhere. He's going to kill whoever's on him. So please, please, please take a look at the injury report. In regards to Chris Godwin, you start. Tom Brady, I don't really want to stream Tom Brady. It's weird. I like his receivers. I don't really want Brady. Running back Rashad White, you can start. That's it on there. The Saints are going to start Kamara, even though he's having a pretty down year. You're still going to start him, especially for where you drafted him. Taysom Hill is dead to me. Chris Olave is an absolute stud, rookie of the year. Give me Chris Olave. And that is it. That's it. That's it. Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, call it a day. And that is NFL Week 13. Again, make sure you give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, follow over on Twitter, over on Instagram, over on TikTok. We are taking over one video at a time. We're taking over 1 week at a time. We're making money 1 week at a time, baby. Let's get it.